Shatta movement, listen to me carefully. You see, when the grace of God finds you, when God's grace finds you, you wouldn't need to work exceedingly hard, overly hard, to find favor in the eyes of men. I take it again. When the grace of God finds you, there wouldn't be any need to work exceedingly hard, put in too much work to find favor in the eyes of men. Because God's grace will walk you to greatness. It will walk you to glory. It will lift you to places that flight tickets cannot get you. You will begin to shine like a diamond, and people will be asking questions. But he was just here. He has not gone anywhere. He's always here. What is he doing? He's not even putting in any much work. He's not even putting in a lot of work. How is he doing all of this? That is grace of God. So sometimes you allow God to walk with you, to work with you, to direct you, to take his time with you, to bless you. This is a message from Head Boy to Shatta movement people. The voice of the people is the voice of God. So when all of you are crying for one thing, God, let Shatta Wale do it. God, it is time. God, he has been sabotaged for too long. God, some people have intentionally boycotted him, sidelined him, talked down on him. God, let your glory prevail. That is when God sits in his glory, in his mightiness, and then he starts scouting what is good for the man. And God is the best scout of glory. He's the best scout of greatness. When God decides to scout your life, he comes out with the best of the best. That is why you see that at the time that you were doing a whole lot, at the time that you were doing almost everything, putting in too much action, you were overworking. Sometimes God lifts you to work. He lifts you. It is good to work hard. He lifts you. But the moment his glory finds you, you wouldn't need to work exceedingly hard. So today you will see that Shatta Wale is almost reliving his prime. Just when we thought Shatta Wale was done, just when people said, oh, those days where he was doing so many hits in a year, in a space of 2 years, countless hits, he's not there anymore. But today you watch Shatta Wale and you ask yourself if he's actually done or he's now reliving his prime. Because the man keeps counting his blessings and then you people don't know why. The simple answer is grace, the grace of God. Something that when you have, you will be lifted to places that flight tickets cannot take you there. That is the grace of God. You count your blessings and people will begin to ask why, how, because they don't see you do the things that a lot of people who are at the places you are getting to are doing. So they tend to ask questions. That is the grace of God, and Shatta Wale has that. So Shatta movement, I know that some of you people are saying that, you know what, all these things that we are seeing now, had it not been some of the actions of some bad people, some evil mind people, Shatta would have been long gone by now. We had people in this country, so-called, what is the name they give to themselves? Gatekeepers. We have some gatekeepers in this country who boldly confess that they came together to sideline Shatta Wale to make sure that someone else gets the notch over him, gets to the top over him. We are in Ghana here. We heard it. We had people in media places, great people in the media spaces, who openly confessed that they did a whole lot of things to sideline Shatta Wale just because he was too, I don't know what word to use. He couldn't be grounded. You couldn't bend him. He's not that guy you could bend. You couldn't make him lick your feet. So they tagged him arrogant. They tagged him rowdy. They tagged him recalcitrant. He was too noisy. He talks a lot. He was disrespectful. Because they couldn't bend him, they did all they could to sideline him so that someone else, some other people will get the notch over him. God was watching. God was watching. And some of you SM fans were sad, and it's very, very valid that you feel that way. Because a lot of us in this country know that had it not been some of these actions by some so-called gatekeepers, like I said, Shatta would have been long gone. What is Grammy? We are talking about an artist, a musician who has the biggest movement in the whole of Africa. Nobody comes closer. Nobody. Don't lie to yourself. The biggest movement in Africa is the Shatta movement. It is not even debatable. The biggest movement in Africa is the Shatta movement. Shatta Wale has crafted his career so well. He sat down comfortably, designed and strategized. He asked himself, Africa is a big continent. If I am able to win the love of my people, to maintain the solidity in my land, nobody can stop me. If I am able to remain focused on my land, allow my people to accept me, love me, crown me king, then my kingdom will be great. That was the plan. Because Africa is big. You don't really need to get the love of all the other people to make you king. Shatta Wale strategized. He saw this. And then he knew that he can make it happen. So he sat down and strategized. Won the love of his people. And now here he is, enjoying the fruits of his hard work. So today you don't see him doing too much and you think he has not worked. He has. Street Crown has been approved for consideration by the Grammy. And it is something that we are all happy about. I see some people saying that, what if he doesn't win it? This is enough, even if he doesn't get to be nominated or even win it. You understand? It is an evidence that the destiny of man is not in the hands of man. You can delay it. You can do some things about it, but you cannot change the destiny of any man, because God is the only one who touches destiny. So I'm here to tell you, Shatta Movement fans, that continue to believe, continue to remain steadfast, continue to pray for the man who brings you joy, for the man whose music gives you hope. Continue to believe that God is not done with us. It will happen. The interesting thing is that anytime Shatta Wale climbs these mountains, he doesn't do too much. Have you noticed? He doesn't have to go and hide the services of people to make flyers, calendars, post his YouTube views and all of that. Craft something that should look beautiful in the eyes of the Grammy people. No, Shatta doesn't do that. He doesn't even have time. He keeps it simple. And if you look at the song that was that has been considered for Grammy, it is a testimony that God's ways are interesting. It is beautiful. It is effortless. A song that Shatta Wale took a chair, sat in the comfort of his house on a chair, took a guitar, and then started singing from his heart. The people loved it, so he accepted that. Okay, the voice of the people is the voice of God. So if the people love it, then let me just submit it. And then the Grammy people loved it too, because God loves what the people love. And today we are here. Don't stop praying. We will do more. We will do more. So today, if you sit there as a so-called gatekeeper, not all of you, and I remember the things that you've done just to sideline this man, the evil things that you've done to stop this man from shining. You understand? The demonic stance, the tricks, the actions some of you people had to put in place just to stop him from getting to places that in your heads you thought he would not be able to get there if he is not passing through you. Today, God is doing it without you. God is showing you people that he doesn't need you to perform miracles. Shatta Movement is the movement of God. It's God's movement. We will keep shining in your faces and you can do nothing about it. God bless you. Continue to support the movement. Continue to pray for the King of African Dancehall, Shatta Wale. Continue to believe that God is just starting with us. And then, like I said, Shatta Wale is just reliving his prime. He's getting started. Some people will die because of all these things they are seeing. They would have to die. Yes, they would have to die. And then don't be too sad when you hear that some of these people are dead. Because even in the Bible, a king had to die. So, is it the story of Mordecai and Haman or something like that? Yeah. Sometimes someone has to die before you see the glory of God in your life. So some people will need to go. They will die in jealousy. They will die in enviness. And God's glory will remain and reign high. Thank you, Shatta Movement. Thank you, Ghana. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, worldwide. God bless Jamaica. God bless Ghana.